Good morning. It's day 58, and I just had breakfast in the Pie Town Cafe again. Pie Town's a must stop. Anyway, I'm in front of where everyone used to stay, a hostel, the hiker bikers. It's called the Toaster House. For I'm not sure what reason, but the gate here has toasters hanging all over it, and the owner of the pie shop suggested I stop by. It's kind of run down, as you can see, but yeah, now I think for the most part everyone stays where I did at the bunkhouse. The bunkhouse was just great, 20 bucks again. Everything you could want, full kitchen, shower, restroom, laundry, place to sleep, Wi-Fi, power, just everything that you need after a few days camping. So the owner of the Toaster House here passed away, and I think she willed this to the hiker bikers, and the guy who owns the pie shop said they maintain it somewhat, or they're trying to. I could have stayed here if I wanted to. Let's go inside. So actually, it looks very cool. I could have stayed here. It's homey, cabiny. Looks like a shower again, restroom, actually bedrooms, living room area, kitchen, microwave, etc. There's always giveaways. People discard stuff they give away, stuff they don't need any longer. Here's a camp fuel, not full, but anyway. Spices, dining room table. There's a map of the CDT. And there's an upstairs. Might as well check it out. Oh, it's the penthouse. Okay. Maybe a little lacking, and a little unkept, but it's cool. I don't know. Seems clean. So the advantage here, it would be free. I don't know if there's even a spot to put donations. I don't see a refrigerator. It must be here. Anyway, I don't see one. So anyway, that's the Toaster House. You can't miss it. It's right on the CDT trail. Used to be a big place to hang out, and still a potential. Cheers. So I'm about an hour and a half into today's ride, and super remote area, kind of like Great Basin type. You don't want to be caught without water out here. I have about 5 liters. I should be fine. So the owner of the restaurant said, he said sometimes they get calls from usually a hiker. Somehow they've found the phone number for the restaurant. The last guy, he said he was potential heat stroke, seeing stars and feeling dizzy. Anyway, they don't mind at all. They go out and pick them up and bring them back, and cool them off, of course, and feed them and get them on their way again. It's just the type of people that are out here. Super nice. Cheers. So I keep riding through areas today where there's been a lot of rain, and it seems like recent, but I haven't had that rain. So Somehow I'm looking out. Like right here, looks like a small stream was going right across the road. And this is sand here. So, it's probably about 3 inches deep of sand. I just keep getting lucky. I'll take it. So I just finished a 1,000-foot climb back at 8,000 feet. And looks like the start of a nice descent into pretty scenic valley. Yeah, again, very remote area. You don't want to crash out here or whatever, have any kind of issue. Just nothing out here. So suddenly I find myself in a forest of, I think these are ponderosa pines, pretty sure. It's just thick forest. Kind of cool. Haven't been in a forest in a while, I feel. Still been climbing. It's going slower than I thought again. It's almost 1 p.m. and my Garmin says 109 degrees. So I feel like it's always 10 degrees off. So maybe it's 98, something like that. Cheers. So I'm sitting right at the summit before a long descent. And that actually turned out to be a long climb. Or the last mile was 7 and 8% grade. And I'm at 8,283 feet now. So I'm kind of wondering, you can kind of see this clouds develop. I'm kind of wondering if this is the last highest point of the GDMBR. Possibly, but I guess we'll find out. I haven't really researched. Anyway, time for descent. So currently headed into a interesting valley, almost down to the gravel, a couple miles. And beat the rain. Rain's on the way, but not for me. Well, maybe on a paved road, not on the dirt road. So got to camp, set up the tent, and pretty much just as I was finishing, it started to rain. There's a lot of lightning earlier, but not too close, all around. So this will be breakfast in Reserve, New Mexico. I haven't been in a town since Grants was somewhat of a town, and before that Cuba. So the towns are days apart. It's been, I don't know, this is day 3 since I left Grants. So a cooked meal finally. Had I taken the trail version, I'd either be stuck in the mud right now from the rains, or I'd have another, well, either way, I'd have another 3 days before hitting a town, and that's too long. So one thing constant on my journey has been a heat wave. So my Garmin says it's 109.8 degrees Fahrenheit. It's not quite that. In the sun, yeah, and I am in the sun, but it's probably 100 degrees out. I'm sitting in the shade at the store at Alma. There's a truck here making some noise. And I'm still going to ride 50 miles today. I'm at 45 right now. And I'm debating camping or finding a cheap lodge. I might try and find a cheap lodge just because today's been really hard, really hard. So last three hours I've been in 100 plus heat. New Mexico's got a heat wave going on. Could be worse. I'm just so glad I took the road option, and it'd probably be plain dangerous to be on the trail right now because there's so little water and it's 100 degrees out. At least for me, I can stop in the store every 30 miles or so. So yeah, it was 3 hours of headwind and 100 degrees and some hills, and it just sapped everything I had. I'm so done. Anyway, got Gatorade, another Gatorade, ice pop, and a burrito. So I think after I consume all that, I'm gonna feel better. I'm sure I will, and then I just have to decide the next step. But I think from here on out, the weather forecast is 90s every day, and if you're doing that and a headwind, it just gets hard. I gotta start earlier in the morning, but it doesn't get light till 6:30, so I don't know. It's hard. I'll figure it out. Morning. It's day 60, so I totally needed a refresh, and I did that. I didn't camp in the hot, dry, torturous environment yesterday. I got a lodge. It's more than I wanted to spend, but it was a smart thing to do. So yeah, totally had nice air conditioning and got the room down to 70, and the 100-degree plus weather yesterday is history. It's probably going to happen again today, but since I was in a room, I was able to get up early, and I started riding at 7 a.m. It's about as early as you can get out due to the sunrise being so late. So grateful it's day 60, I believe. Grateful and happy. Grateful my body's put up with this crazy adventure, and happy I'm almost done. New Mexico's great. I think it's in a way it's a bit dangerous. So I'm all about safety. I promised my wife I'd do that, and I have. But yeah, today's into Silver City, and I'm excited about that. Haven't been in a real town in so long. I can't remember the last real town I've been in. It's all been maybe a hotel, maybe a restaurant, maybe, maybe something that size, population 50. But yeah, today a real town, Silver City. There's a movie called The Rat Race you should watch about these guys racing to Silver City. Funny movie, a lot of talent in that movie, but it's dated, it's pretty old. What else? So yeah, I think there's a really good RV type camp that allows tent camping there with showers and laundry, and everything's a walk away in town. So I'm going to take a break there. I'm ahead of schedule, and I just feel like it. Maybe be a tourist for a day or two. But yeah, I think I have about 50 miles to go. Just like every other morning, no wind. It started out 67 degrees. It's now 73, but it's very nice, very nice. Cheers. Hi guys. So summary for days 58, 59, 60. I'll be brief. 58 was Pie Town to Apache Creek Campground. Pie Town is one of those milestones on the ride. There's two pie restaurants slash cafes, just wonderful. The pie is really good, as I said. I think I mentioned that in the last video. Only my daughter Alana makes a better pie. Especially apple. Uh, let's see. Oh, to Apache Creek Campground. Nice campground, absolutely free, dry campground. Uh, so you got to bring water in, but there's a cafe, not cafe, there's a small convenience store across the road. So that's no problem at all. Riding Pie Town to Apache Creek, simply heat, a little bit of climbing. I think that was a half trail day, half road. Apache Creek Campground to Glenwood, New Mexico. So that's one place where I sort of broke down heat wise. I had 3 hours of temperatures over 100 degrees and a headwind and climbing. And by 3 p.m. I could not set up a camp. I just couldn't make myself do it. So I stayed in a motel. Actually, it was quite nice, and they had a store right next to it. They also ran a store, and there was a place to eat down the road, so that worked out better. I got into air conditioning, which I really needed, and a nice shower and a nice bed and all that, which if you really get worn down, I think you need to go that route. And then Glenwood, New Mexico to Silver City. So remember these last few days in New Mexico, or that period of time, part of it I deviated from the official route simply because of the heat and the condition of the trail. About 90% related to the heat. Just it's dangerous if you get out there in 100+ degree weather that may or may not have water. Silver City, I did check into. Well, I planned to stay in an RV slash tent campground, but I don't know. They had issues with homeless people taking advantage of the camp area, and they decided to end that. So there was absolutely no place to stay other than a hotel. And the hotel, very conveniently downtown, I stayed in the Palace Hotel in New Mexico, Silver City. And that whole town is a mining town, silver, back from the late 1800s. And boomtown at one time. Now it's kind of artsy, trendy, I don't know, town, a mix of all kinds of people. They did have, I stayed in a very old hotel, at least 100 years old, this building, called the Palace, and $80 a night. I went to the brewery almost next door, just across the street, around the corner, and the bartender told me, yeah, that place is haunted. So I don't know. I didn't sleep that great that night. Not a good thing to say, but it's not haunted, or if it is, whatever. I didn't see anything. Yeah, that's it for that. That portion of the road. I did take a break in Silver City. I recommend at least an overnight in Silver City, because after that, I'd say there's pretty much nothing until the border, and you're somewhere, I'd say almost 200 miles from the border at Silver City. Hachita is the only town between those two, between the official route and Silver City. So an overnight stay in Hachita is planned for, and then you make that last run for the border. That's it. Cheers, guys.